Hey guys, Puff here. So, DBD currently has a problem with survivors and killers giving up very early into the match and deciding to go next. They're just trying to end the match as quickly as possible to just get into the next match. And I have some theories and thoughts as to why I believe it's happening, what the solution to the problem is, and why ultimately I believe behavior is not going to be able to fix it. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. We know why it's happening. It's entitled players who are upset that the match isn't going their way, and they just want to go into the next match, and they don't really care about ruining the current match for the other four people in the game. And while that is true, there's a little bit more to it than just that. The game currently doesn't give players a reason to care about their performance in the match. We used to have a ranking system in the game where if you played well, you would rank up. If you played poorly or if you disconnected, you would rank down. And then in 2021, they changed it to the current grading system that we have now, where if we're being perfectly honest, it's a participation trophy. Anybody could hit rank 1. It doesn't take any skill. You just need to play the game, and eventually you'll hit rank 1 because you can't rank down. And I got to thinking, why did they do this? Why would they remove a system from the game that incentivizes players to play well? And the reason they did it is because they added season rewards. You get blood points based on your performance, in the season. If you reach rank 1, you get the full reward of 1,000,000 blood points. And they didn't want players to feel left out if they weren't good enough to reach rank 1. And that's probably the reason we got blood points as the season reward instead of something like an exclusive skin. Because, again, they wouldn't want players to feel left out if, they missed a season. Would anybody like to take a guess as to why we're never getting P100 rewards? If behavior brought back the old ranking system and they made it so that your rank fully resets at the end of a tome or when a new rift opens up, that would give players ample amount of time, maybe 2 or 3 months, to fully rank up to rank 1. And make the reward something significant, not just blood points. Make it something like an exclusive skin so that people actually care about their rank and actually care about their performance in the matches. And then at least in the higher ranks, you would see less people giving up and going next, disconnecting. You'd see less killers slugging because they would care about their performance and want to rank up and make sure they are rank 1 by the end of the season to win that exclusive skin or exclusive reward. But it wasn't until recently that I've found out the hard way that the Dead by Daylight community is dead set against exclusive skins. This past week, Behavior re-released the Blighted Vial charm in the shop and sold it for 50 cents. For those of you who don't know, this charm was the final reward for completing the very first rift way back in 2019. So up until this week, anybody who had this charm had it because they completed the first rift. And a lot of people would wear it, as a way to showcase their dedication to the game and commemorate the fact that, they completed the very first rift. So them re-releasing this charm for 50 cents in the shop kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I voiced, my distaste with that decision on Twitter. And boy, did I get chewed up by people claiming I was gatekeeping skins. I just don't want people to have skins. I'm entitled, yada, 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 which is not the case. I think having exclusive skins in a game is a great tool that developers can use to help dictate, player behavior. When other games are having, limited time events, people flock to those games to try and earn the timed exclusive skins during the event. In Dead by Daylight, that really doesn't matter because if, you don't participate in the event, who cares? Next year, the skins are going to be in the shop. Didn't complete the rift? Who cares? The skins are going to be in the shop 6 months later. There's no reason to care about doing anything in Dead by Daylight when everything just gets re-released in the shop. So while the community hates exclusive skins, I think behavior could use exclusive skins as a reward for season reset to help incentivize players to care about the game. But that's not what a large portion of the Dead by Daylight community wants. Most of the community doesn't want to take the game that seriously. They don't want to have to worry about a rank. They don't want to have to worry about their performance in the match. And unfortunately, that's just the reality of the situation. And we just have to accept that. And I don't think behavior is going to be able to find a way to fully stop this problem from happening. They're not going to be able to incentivize players to care about their performance in the match in a way that's not going to upset a large portion of the community, which is why I think this Go Next problem is probably never going to go away. So, to summarize, nothing you do in game really matters at the end of the day. You're not really meant to take any match seriously, and that's the way the community likes it. The only incentive to play the game is to have fun. And if you're not having fun, well, you could always just go next.